Hey guys, my name is John Jacobs. I do go by my middle name Travis, and I am currently doing the RA returner application for the year 2019 to 2020. So I'm a biology education major, and with that, my end goal is to one day teach high school science, whether that be biology, chemistry, human anatomy, anything under that wing. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a mock lesson as if you guys were high school chemistry students, and I'm going to be doing that on something called the happy molecule. So serotonin is a molecule used daily throughout the human body. It's classified as the happy molecule because it justifies well-being in humans. So it runs throughout the nervous system, both central and peripheral. So central is going to be comprised of the brain and the spinal cord. Peripheral is going to be comprised of your outer limbs, such as arms and legs. So the central, like I said, brain and spinal cord, peripheral, nerves, and outer limbs. So the chemical and physical properties of serotonin, it's composed of tryptophan, which is the component in certain proteins, and tryptophan hydroxylase, which is a chemical reactor. So together the two create 5-hydroxytryptamine. And the molecular formula of serotonin itself is going to be C10H12N2O. So with that, you're going to have 10 carbons present, 12 hydrogens present, 2 nitrogens present, and 1 oxygen present, representing one single molecule of serotonin. So the molecular weight is 176.219 grams per mole. Serotonin is considered a monoamine, so that's going to be this group, the NH right here, that's going to be representative of your monoamine. So it's considered a biochemical messenger, and that's because it sends nervous signals through the brain out to the outer limbs. So reactions in everyday life, the body is able to properly function in a way that provides neurosenses from the CNS to the PNS and the rest of the body. So this picture that's laying behind the words right here is an axon, and it starts right here, the signal of an action potential, and travels down the axon to the axon terminals and then to your body. So this comes from neurotransmitters resting in your synaptic cleft, and an example of a neurotransmitter is of course serotonin. So it's derived from the amino acid, like I said, tryptophan, and it's the basically the synthesis of this requires the enzyme tryptophan hydroxylase combined with oxygen and iron to fully synthesize the molecule serotonin. So this guide right here is going to show you that you go from tryptophan to 5-hydroxytryptophan with the tryptophan hydroxylase, which is the reactor, and then you're going to finally get serotonin, and a later molecule of serotonin that's released from the brain is going to be melatonin, which many of you guys know is the sleep aid. So literary discoveries, just some cool things that I found that I can think will also just be applicable to residents, is that it's in relation to a plethora of different psychological disorders. So OCD, or obsessive compulsive disorder, is a prime example, and it deals with the brain and its ability to have reoccurring thoughts that are sometimes ritualistic. And I've observed people with OCD, and it is something that's very common in a lot of people. So when a patient is diagnosed with this, they might be prescribed with serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are these right here that they inhibit the reuptake of serotonin, causing the obsessive compulsive disorder. Through testing this, scientists were able to gauge a better understanding of the full effect of serotonin, which can also be applied in these. So now looking at Christianity and serotonin going hand in hand, many applications can be given in order to relate it back. Happiness and well-being go hand in hand, and our God, who serves us all, truly desires for us to live a happy life, and with that, there could be a tie between happiness, well-being, and the relationship that we have with Christ. Lastly, serotonin in residence. So after doing this mock lesson, we can apply this to the residential halls here around GCU, because the well-being and true happiness can be related directly back to the RA and the relationship that they have with their residents. So RAs should understand the effect of how true joy is brought about, and when that is not in full effect, how can we change something in order to access this joy in our residents? So being an aid to the residents is important, because when they're not feeling this type of true joy, there's something that we could be doing in order for them to feel